So his questions are coming from a different plane. And therefore Shukadeva Goswami is replying them. He is setting the scene for Krishna's Leela of appearance. So he is describing the background history. Actually, this is what happened. The demigods were threatened with too many demoniac kings ruling the earth. And the weight of that demoniac kings could not be borne by Mother Earth, Bhumi. So she went and complained to Brahma, I cannot stand this weight of all these people. You must understand this in the right context. என்னங்க பூமி உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு per square feet எவ்வளவு kg உங்களுடைய loading capacity? It's not physics and engineering. What is your loading capacity, Bhumi? Why are you feeling the weight? This weight is not that type of physical weight. It's a weight of demonic tendencies. Bhumi is known to have said, I can bear the weight of anybody, not the weight of a person who tells lies. That also is there in the Bhagavad. I can bear the weight of anybody, but not the weight of the person who is speaking the untruth. So these people are all untruth people, the demoniac people. They don't speak about the supreme absolute truth. That's why Prabhupada has quoted that Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam. Those who speak about Parabrahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, their load I can bear. It is a service for me to do. But these people who speak untruth, who speak the opposite against the Lord, their burden I cannot bear. Too many of them are there. Earlier at least there was some balance. It's too many of them. And that is why she is going and speaking to the demigods, and all the demigods together are going. It's a real problem they have. Because they are charged with the responsibility of management of the entire cosmos, the universe. So they have all discussed together and said, this is not easy for us to handle. We cannot handle these demons fellows. We have no strength to handle that. And we can only do good. We know Brahminical things, we know good things for the sake of the people. These people are not allowing us to do that. So in the world you will find this constant tension between the truth and the untruth. People who claim the untruth to be truth and deny the truth, make fun of you. So in Kali Yuga you will find that increasingly happening. This is the breaking of Kali Yuga. That's when this is happening. End of Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga is going to come up very soon. But in Kali Yuga has already come up. Krishna already came and went. He killed all the demons. And now you can feel the weight of it. Everybody who practices Krishna consciousness feels the weight of opposition. Very subtly also you feel. And the subtle opposition is very strenuous. Especially when you have family, you have relatives, you have everything. It is maybe the most invasive, pervasive, insidious opposition which will eat your vitality from inside. It just start eating you from inside. And you will be so uneasy. And that becomes a real difficulty. Opposition of the subtle type is very, very difficult to handle. You know it is happening, but you can't talk about it. Because it's all people. So Kali Yuga is filled with this type of problems, especially for those who are interested in propagating the truth. I'm talking of people who preach. For them, hell. If you shut up and chant Hare Krishna in your house, in your room, Maya will most probably say, Ange irundhini, you can chant. Don't get out and start preaching, I'll finish you. First, it will try to stop you from practicing. When you know that you are determined, next it will say, don't preach at least. I don't mind you sitting and chanting in your house. I can give you some problem through your relatives, your father, mother, son, daughter, husband, wife, I can give you. Even if that you go through, then all I ask you is, don't come outside and preach, because there I will be very heavy on you. Like that, Maya also has got layers of operation. And the devotees also got layers of resistance and strength building up in them. So in Kali you will see this tension. Actually it is a healthy tension. A devotee should not try, I don't want this thing at all. I want to be peaceful. This peaceful thing is very nice for Maya. Mostly we are peaceful when we are in Maya, actually. This is what we mean by peaceful. If a default sensation of us is, we are peaceful when we are in Maya, because that is what we are used to. Get my food on time, get my sense gratification on time, get everything on time, and everything is nice, the sun is shining, the birds are twittering, and I am nice health. Everything is good. No. Nothing is good for you. Because koto nidra jao maya pishachira kole. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very nicely paraphrased it by saying, oh you idiot, you are sleeping on the lap of Maya. She's lullaby, she's singing, sleep, sleep, forget Krishna, forget yourself, forget spiritual life. I'll keep you happy. Here is a feeding bottle for you. You can suck the feeding bottle and think that you are doing very nice, yeah. It's so nice. See, all facilities given. This is the nature of comfortable, happy, comfortable living. It's dangerous living spiritually. Though, when you take up Krishna consciousness, the tension starts. And people start thinking that, after I become Krishna conscious, it's so disturbing. Then I tell them, congratulations, you start progress in spiritual life. This is the reality actually. You can say, so therefore Prabhupada told us, when you take up Krishna consciousness, you have to declare war on Maya. But of course, we don't tell all these details to many people. This is Bhagavatam class, so I'm talking. Generally, we'll tell them, Yella nannaidunga. Simply you chant Hare Krishna. You don't know the power of the holy name. You will get, your daughter will get admission and you will get promotion, and gold will fall from the sky in your house. And then so he'll come and say, na chant pannenga, my daughter got admission. My gosh, I'm going to chant 16 rounds now. Krishna also is slowly putting him inside in the net. So at that time we normally say, Patingla, I told you, no, see, chanting is Chintamani, it gives you everything. We have a different purport for the initial stages for neophytes. Purport changes. And the same purport will have a different meaning as he advances in Krishna consciousness. Where it is mentioned, so Prabhupada is mentioned, but that is not the meaning of this. This is the meaning of that. We have a different meaning. That person is progressing in spiritual life. Bitterly he is learning. And that's why I said this tension is a healthy tension inside. It actually advances you in Krishna consciousness, unknowingly. Unknown to yourself, You see, I heard very, very long back, the punishment given to a Greek god called Sisyphus. You know Sisyphus? I forget the full name, the full story then. He is punished by the demigods. He did something wrong. The punishment you see this symbol in many places. A man rolling a huge rock up the hill. I think his name is Sisyphus, if I remember right. That is often cited in management, and I used that example many times. I forget the details. He will roll it up, and by the time he goes on the top, it will roll down again. He becomes very tired. So, again he rolls it up. Again he rolls it up. He's never able to push it out on the other side. Never able to do that. So, for many people, life is like that. It just doesn't make it. But then Sisyphus is very, he's punished. So he's doing this regularly and it falls down. He's not able to put it across. So finally, the judgment is that what has happened to Sisyphus in the meantime? No. Every day he's doing weightlifting. But he's thinking he's unsuccessful because it didn't go down the other side. What is happening to him is he has become very strong. So every day he is pushing the thing up and falls down, oh gosh, and he comes back. Mentally he is very disturbed, but physically he is getting very strong. Spiritual life is something like that. If you press against and if you try, you may think that nothing is happening, but you are becoming spiritually strong. This tension, that's why is good. That's why in Varnashrama also you have that type of a tension inside. So these demigods and all of them, this is beyond what we can take as a tension. This is beyond us. I cannot do this. So she is going and telling this to Brahma, and Brahma is taking, I just say, understand now. It's beyond our capacity to handle some of these people. The proportion has become very huge. So they go to the Lord and they Sahasra Sirsha Purusha Sahasrakshat Sahasrapat Sabhumin Vishwato Vritva Atyatishtat Dashangulam Purusha Yeve Dagam Sarvam. So it's addressing the Supreme Purusha across the Kshirodakashayi ocean, across the milk ocean with all the demigods headed by Brahma. They are addressing. You see, the good thing about demigods is immediately there is a problem, they think of going to Krishna only. They didn't think of going to the astrologer. They didn't go to do Pariharam in so-and-so temple. Where and the Devi temple la inda edathila poi idu pannina, inda homa yagam pannina, everything will become all right. They didn't try any other plan B. They straight away said plan A only and there's no plan B. What is plan A? Directly go and ask Krishna. He is our father. And he has mentioned that. Machchitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atachetvam ahankaran asroshyasi vinangshasi. So, because they are devotees, they will immediately pray to Krishna only first. They will not seek any other solution. Default, go and pray to Krishna. This is the meaning of devotee. Don't try any other plans and think that that is the Lord's plan. The Lord's plan is that you should surrender to Him. That is why this tension is there in this world. So that you'll be reminded of the Lord. And you must immediately start chanting nicely, offering your prayers, do some seva, read, and then want to do it. These are emergency devotees. In emergency only they'll think of Krishna. Others, pure devotees, whether they are up or down, for them Krishna is the only solution. It's not that only during distress I think of Krishna. Even during my success, I am similarly absorbed in Krishna. There's no difference for me. It's already concluded. But the demigods, at least they went to Krishna. It's a good point about them. We can learn an important aspect. As anything goes wrong in our devotional service, because we're doing for Krishna, we should depend on Krishna. How is it that you're doing seva for Krishna and when a problem comes up you forget Krishna? How can it be possible? Even logically it is not correct. Philosophically forget it. Logically also, I gave you the seva to do, I gave you the opportunity, you are having a problem in that. Why are you going and consulting some demigod? Why are you going and consulting some astrologer? You should talk to me. None of them know anything about pure devotional service. I have given you the opportunity for pure devotional service. Why are you going and taking consultation about pure devotional service with somebody who is not practicing pure devotional service? Right? So similarly, the demigods instantly by default will do this. The demons and non-religious people will by default depend on their own ability. They'll build up abilities. They will depend on their own ability. This is the difference between Asura and a devotee. By default, we depend on Krishna, whatever Krishna offers. If it is not going to come immediately also, I don't know anybody else but Krishna. Mat prana natastu saeva naparaha. I don't know anybody else but you. If you want, you can embrace me or you can kick me. I will again come back to your feet only. I don't know anybody else but you. This is the quality of devotees, and that is why Krishna helps the demigods even though they are asking for something material many times. Why? They told, we don't know anybody else but you. Even for material things will come to you only. Come to you only. So he is always on the side of the demigods. He's called Surapati, the lord of the Suras. He's never called Asurapati. They don't want him as a lord. They don't want him. They are lords of themselves. So dependence is very nice to know that the situation is very bad and then they go. This is the setting for Krishna's appearance. So the first dialogue is with Vishnu. You must see how Bhagavatam is describing it. They all went to meet with Vishnu. In the Bhagavatam, Vishnu means Krishna only. At the same time, it is not Krishna also. You must understand these two. Vishnu means Krishna. So you see in the purport, Prabhupada is conflating both and saying, when he says the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he will say Krishna. When he talks about operations inside the material world where the demigods have to go for, he will say Vishnu. Because it is Krishna's official position in the material world is Vishnu. Right? You can't approach Krishna inside the material world for material reasons. He has got an expansion of himself for that. You go and speak to Vishnu, any problem you have. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. No. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, he means my manifestation is Vishnu. You cannot go to Krishna and quote the shloka and tell you told no. Go to Vrindavan and meet him and tell, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya. He will immediately say, yes, go ahead, meet Vishnu. He'll do the needful. So, here it is mentioned that they went to Vishnu because this is a cosmic, universal problem that they have. Demons and all those problems. So that is dealt with by Vishnu. So they offered prayers to Vishnu. But who is going to come? Not Vishnu. Krishna is going to come. That is why this is being described. Somebody may ask that, this is where you may think that Krishna is an avatar. Because they went to Vishnu. So this is what normally people think. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki. So Gaudiya Vaishnavas will make this distinction and see in the Bhagavatam, they can see it. It's different. So the Lord is speaking, Vishnu is speaking, I will come. And who comes? Krishna, the Supreme Absolute Truth comes. You know, Janmashtami is celebration of the appearance of Krishna, the Supreme Absolute Truth. But the prayer is that of the demigods to Vishnu. The prayer is that of the demigods to Vishnu. And Vishnu is replying, I will come very soon. Make arrangements. All the demigods also should come. All the demigods also should appear. Don't think I'm going to work alone on this. All of you will be assisting me. All of you will be assisting me. All the demigods appeared in the Yadu Vamsha. Plus others. Associates of the Lord, everybody appeared. How the Supreme Absolute Truth descends. Everybody is involved. The expansions, the amshas, the demigods, everybody gets involved. Why? Because Krishna, the Supreme Absolute Truth, is descending. But if Vishnu's avatar is coming, Narsimadev, you will not see all of them coming. It's not necessary, because for a specific purpose only. Killing Hiranyakashipu is the main thing. Protecting Prahlad is the main thing. Right? But the Supreme Absolute Truth is descending. This is what is Janmashtami. Janmashtami is the Supreme Absolute Truth is descending. I explained this before, but again it is pertinent to tell you, Krishna is not just another God. We are not celebrating the appearance of birthday of another God. We have so many gods in the Hindu religion. One of them is called Krishna. He came and danced with the gopis and lifted the Govardhana hill. He did wonderful this thing. Today is Janmashtami, his appearance. Am I correct? Am I correct? But why I am not correct? Of course I am correct. I am a Hindu. I am correct. This is where this differs. Bhagavatam does not say that. Ete cham sakala Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Ratayanti Yuge Yuge. Ete cha amsa kala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan. They are all amsha and kala. Who? Narasimha Bhagavan and this and that, all those descriptions are amsha and kala. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, but Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is appearing. He is appearing. When the demigods go and ask, all they want is relief from the demons. And we want to be able to do our regular comfortable things, Somarasam, Ramba, Kilottama, Menaka dance, and a nice thing and all that. Regular things should go on. This is their request. It's all disturbed. We are not able to help the people of this world and all that. But the response is that Krishna is coming. Response is that because it is time for Krishna to come. So you'll see that mentioned in the purport. It was also time for the Lord's appearance. So Vishnu's and all of them were supposed to come were absorbed in Krishna. All those functions were done by Krishna only. Automatically. Because the question is asked, why is Krishna going around killing demons? He should be dancing in Vrindavan with the gopis and playing the flute. He is also playing Vishnu role. So he is killing. Such a soft, nice person with the flute, but you will see him killing. His dealings with the gopis and Yashoda is so tender and so nice. But in between you have him killing demons. So we should understand that Krishna is not just another God. In Hindu, this thing they will think that Devi, Ayyappa, Ganapati, Muruga, and Shiva, and Krishna. Just like that. You understand how it goes? And Krishna. Apparam Perumal, Vishnu, Narayana, like that. Finally, they don't know how to handle this. And the Western world people will say, you guys have so many gods here. Oh, so confusing. You're a polytheistic. Poly means many. You're a polytheistic religion. And this is the only religion that is so polytheistic. Muslims have got one God. Christians have got one God. Jews have got one God. Sikhs have got one God. But you guys have got many gods. And actually Hindus are also quite confused as to who is God. Because mostly they are told, you are God. Niyada Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Sit down peacefully. This is another huge bomb in their thing. And they are going around saying, Muslims, Christians, but you don't know who is God. You think I am God. You are even worse than everybody else. Actually, you are very silently led by Maya into some conclusion which is so bad, but you think I am holier than thou. You know that attitude? India, was such an old religion, oldest religion in the world. Look at this thing, archaeological remains of Harappa. And somebody is coming and saying, no, you guys are only so old. Vedic religion. Another confusion. Thinking about your culture and everything using the Western tools. And so you don't get past beyond 3,000 years of history. There's no history beyond that for them. Because for them everything they have to do carbon dating and find out something through the moral dance. This may be this may. They're creating history by their own speculation. But what really happened is mentioned in the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. No. We need proof. We need small broken pot. And then we have to put that under the microscope. And then we'll date it. And they'll say, if this pot is made at that time, this must have been the way. And you speculate like that and create another history and draw a nice diagram and say, this is how people were. And finally, what it lands up with? Neanderthal man, Australopithecus man. Some other direction. The reality is lost. It's very confusing. Actually, I am God. All very strange and amazing conclusions. No science, no proper logic, no this. But everything is available here. It is the Bhagavatam describes. Krishna is describing himself in the 7th chapter. I am absolute truth. And then in the same chapter he is talking about demigods. If you worship the demigods, you have no intelligence. Not much intelligence. Why is he saying that? Why is he saying that? For him to be worshipped like another god? That he's telling all the demigods don't worship. He didn't say don't worship. He said anyway you will worship, I know that. But it doesn't show great intelligence in you. So, I was talking about this actually because they told me to talk in Phoenix in America. Maharaj, Janmashtami is coming, you should speak on Janmashtami. I said, one day how can I speak on Janmashtami? You speak on Janmashtami. So I told them that actually whose birthday are you celebrating? Absolute truth. So there I mentioned that if you look at our presentation in the Western world, they ask, who are you guys here? ISKCON, what are you? So they have a statement, it says there, we are a monotheistic Vaishnava tradition, it is mentioned. Because they are bothered about Hindus are being accused as polytheistic. So we want to tell, no, we are not believers of many gods, we believe only one God. Monotheistic. Mono means one. So I said, we are not monotheistic also. We are absolutist. We worship only the absolute truth, not just one God. Then even the Ganesh Bhakta who worships only Ganesha is also monotheistic. The person who is Murga Bhakta is also monotheistic. He has chosen one God. We are not like that. We are not like that. All the demigods are going and praying to the absolute truth. This is the scene happening here. All of them, this scene in the Bhagavatam, 33 crores of demigods are going across the Kshiradakshi ocean and praying to Vishnu, the absolute truth. Why? Why? Because they can't do something which only he can do. Only he can do. That is important to know, at least at the lowest level. We are not worshipping another God alone. Incidentally, he is God also. But that is not actually the main description of Krishna. That is why in the Bhagavatam it will say, Janmadya sayata anvayat itratas charteshvabhignya swarat, from whom everything comes, is the description of Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadya sayata anvayat itratas charteshvabhignya swarat. Tene brahmahridayadi kavaye muhyanti yat suraya tejo vari mridam yata vinimayo atra trisargo amrisha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Very wonderful shloka this is. It puts Krishna in the correct perspective first. This is how the Bhagavatam starts. Whom are we going to talk about? Krishna, the supreme absolute truth. That is what that is whom we are worshipping. We are not worshipping another God. Supreme absolute truth contains all the gods. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate. He is saying that in Bhagavad Gita. Everything comes from me. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Whatever you see has come from me. I am the source. Iti matva bhajate mam buddha bhava samanvita. One who worships me knowing this is an intelligent worshipper. Who is an unintelligent worshipper? Who worships the demigods and thinks that you are everything. No, that is unintelligent. But in the same Bhagavad Gita, it says, this is unintelligent, this is intelligent. Buddha bhava samanvita. If you worship me as the source, as from whom everything is coming, then you are intelligent. So, we are not worshipping another God. We are worshipping the supreme absolute truth. Param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan purusham shashvatam divyam adi devam. Beautiful shloka. Arjuna has understood in the Bhagavad Gita. Now I know. Asito devalo vyasa swayam chaiva bhavishime. I heard this earlier, but now I am seeing it. Param brahma param dhama pavitram. You are the absolute truth, the absolute abode, everything. Source of everything. It's a very important thing to understand. Knowledge of the absolute. That's why the 7th chapter is called Knowledge of the Absolute. So that person is descending. The supreme person is descending into the relative world. From the absolute world he is coming into the relative world. He doesn't belong there. Only you and me belong here. And the demigods also belong. So demigods are also part of the relative world. So that's why he's saying, don't worship the same person who is inside the jail here. How will he help you go out of the jail? He is warden. But he has been a very good prisoner for 30 years, so they made him warden, because he will not escape. But don't think that he is the top. But he is also inside. He is also criminal. He also committed crime. That's why he came into the jail. He may be superior to you in terms of number of years spent in the jail. Which means that he is a real horrible fellow. Why? He spent more years inside the jail than you. You are better off. And you worship him. Ora, you did 30 years in the jail, yaar. I did only 5 years. I want to worship you. This is the real logic of worship of demigods. Better you worship somebody who is not in the jail outside. Then you are intelligent. That's why Krishna is saying, if you worship those inside the jail, something is wrong with you. You are not very intelligent. Why don't you open your eyes and see? I am talking to you from outside the jail. I made many jails like this in different universes. And there are different demigods who are wardens in all these jails. I only appointed them. I am not part of them. Very huge difference this is. You can't compare Krishna to be another demigod. So, when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, you know what it means now. It's not an ordinary chant. Reaching out to the absolute truth, the sound vibration of the absolute truth, non-different from him, is playing on your tongue. It's not an ordinary thing you're doing. You may not know about it. So therefore, when Krishna's appearance, Janmashtami, we as the devotees know, this is what is going to happen. Krishna is appearing. Absolute truth, avatari, the source of all avatars is descending. And he is not ordinary. He will not come only and kill one demon and go back. He is not even coming for that. He is incidentally killing some demons. That's what the acharyas say. He is absolute truth. For him, why he has to come all the way to kill some demons? He can do it from there only. He is coming for performing pastimes with his devotees. Out of love for his devotees, he is coming. Incidentally, one Bakasura, one Agasura, every day like a hobby he is doing. One demon he kills. But why? Because he is absolute truth. For him it's like a game. It's a game. That's why all this setting looks very funny, you know. Every day they all Gopas go together and one demon he kills. Oh, great, wonderful, wonderful. Then they sit down and eat very casually. Then the demigods know that. So as soon as he kills it, they drop flowers like nothing and they are all dancing on the top. Why? We can never do that. We have been kicked out by these demons only. But you are very casually doing it. You went to the forest with some cows, one demon is there, kill him. Just as a sporting event for the afternoon before lunch, pre-lunch sports. He's got some program like that. Every pre-lunch sport is he kill one demon and everybody says, oh great, Haribo, let's sit down and eat. They sit down and eat. They sit down and eat and enjoy. He is not an ordinary chota demigod. That is why the demigods are wondering, what is he doing? How is he doing these things? That's why they are glorifying him. The Bhagavatam is full of surprises about everything that Krishna does. How the Supreme Absolute Truth is doing this? How is he doing this? How is he doing this? These are the questions of Parikshit Maharaj. It's very exciting if you read it with that understanding. That you are talking about the Supreme Absolute Truth descending in this world. This is Janmashtami. So it's not an ordinary event. It's not an ordinary event. So that is why they are all going and praying across the milk ocean and addressing the Supreme Lord through Vishnu. And he is saying, okay, I heard you, I will come. But he is not thinking in his mind that I will come and I will destroy the demons for you. This is the main reason I am coming. No. Anyway, it's time for me to come. I want to have some nice pastimes with my devotees, especially in Vrindavan, Braja. I'll be coming and at the right time, this also will be done. It's not a big thing. Actually, don't have to worry so much. But I'll do it at the correct time only, when I feel like it. Because I manifest my pastimes, incidentally I will kill the demons. It's not really the main thing. It's not really the main thing. His pastimes in Vrindavana with the gopis, with the gopas and all of them, that is the main thing he's coming for. That's the main thing he's coming for. And that is why in the Bhagavatam, that chapter is the largest chapter. 90 chapters that 10th canto is. It's almost more than half of the Bhagavatam. More than half of the Bhagavatam is the 10th canto. The entire, 12 cantos, 18 volumes we have produced in, more than half of it is the 10th canto alone. Description in Vrindavan. Because that is the most important, those pastimes. So the Lord here is very nicely conveying, as far as you demigods are concerned, don't worry, I'll come and do the needful. So it is not that He is coming only for this. But within this coming only, there is preparation. Because where He is going to come, for whom He is going to come, He is going to appear for Devaki and Vasudeva. Why? Out of all the people, they desired, you be my son. Asked for it. Nobody else is asking for it. Somebody thought of asking that, why don't you be my son to the Supreme Absolute Truth? I said, okay, fine. Just fine. I can accommodate that within my Leelas. That is why He will come, become the son and go away to Vrindavan. You want to be your son? I am your son. Fine. I will go off to Vrindavan. Why? Yashoda is not asked, be my son. You are my son. That's all. Very full stop. You are my son. It's not question, you be my son and all. For Yashoda it is different. You are my son. When he showed, that's why he teases the mother just to show the rest of the world. He went and ate the dirt. Manne. Yamuna manne he went and ate. Purposely he is eating. But actually the Acharya say, what is the difference if he eats manne? It's the same coming out of him only, absolute truth. Manne, tanne, ganne, everything coming from him only. It goes back to him. Yatova, imani, bhutani, jayante, yena jatani, jivanti. So what is there? The manne comes inside back. It's not a big difference for him. But he made it into a leela. And he ate the manne and all. What are you doing? All of the gopas, what are you doing? He kept eating the manne. Purposely. He is the Supreme Absolute Truth. So he ate the manne like a small boy. And Balaram also said, Krishna, stop eating. He stopped because elder brother is telling. But he was keeping the manne in the morning and he was doing that. So when they went home, Balaram said, I report about you. To Balaram, I told you, he's got a parental rasa. He's got Vatsalya rasa. So actually in this pastime his Vatsalya rasa comes out. It's my duty to look after him. He's eating manna which is not correct. So he waited. But he's also friend, You cannot expose him simply like that. The Gopas went and told, Yashodama, he eating mud in the Yamuna, he ate mud. Then Krishna looked at them angrily and said, I did not eat any mud. He said that to add to the pastime. And then another Gopa came and said again, yes, he ate mud. Yamuna mud he is eating. Then she became worried. What? 2 people are saying, 3 people are telling like this. So did you eat mud? He said, no. We gave so many nice things in my tiffin box. I ate all the while I ate mud. Then Balaram came and said, no, he ate mud. That was confirmation for Yashodamai. He ate mud. That Krishna also is not saying anything. He did not deny it. Like he denied for the other Gopas, we kept quiet. Balaram is telling, he is authority. He told, no, he ate mud. It's correct what they are telling. He told, now you take action on him. Now he became a parent then. Till now he was friend, he didn't do the first complaint. Balaram also very smart. First complaint the Gopas will do, 1, 2, 3. Finally he said like a elderly boy, yes, he ate mud. Look into it. I am not your friend now. I can't support you. I am no parent. This is wrong. You do it. Then Yashoda became very worried. And said, open your mouth. Then this is all Leela, no? You see how Krishna is unfolding the Leela. All these rasas are happening. Balaram, that rasa, the Gopas rasa. And they are concerned, but at the same time they are good friend. And all that happening. And then now Yashoda is worried and in anxiety. He's putting all of them in that anxiety. This is out of love. Anxiety out of love. And he's enjoying that anxiety. When he sees his mother very worried, it's very nice. He's enjoying that anxiety actually. Because this is Vatsalya Rasa. So he said, no mama, I did not eat any mud, they are all telling lies. He said, open your mouth. He said, I know who's telling lie, you open your mouth. You open my mouth? You know what is in my mouth? I am the supreme absolute truth. I'll show you who I am. Open my mouth. And Yashoda was completely flummoxed. Inside the mouth she saw the entire creation and the universes and this universe. And in that she saw him looking into the mouth there inside also. This is all Krishna showed her. Do you know who I am? My mouth and all. If you open and ask me to open, this is what you will see in my mouth. So I am the source of everything. And that time, Yashoda said, immediately, she was very worried. What is this, all this thing? You are my son. She immediately said, you are my son. And embraced Krishna. I don't want to get involved in all this. Krishna was teasing her slightly. He said, there are more complicated things which you don't have to worry. Why? You are in pure devotion, Vatsalya Rasa. And you can see very clearly Yashoda will completely embrace Krishna. You are my son. That's all I know. I know only one thing, that you are my son. That is the high level of rasa. And Krishna allows that to happen. And he enjoys that affection of thing for the sake of Yashoda. And Yashoda is thrilled like nothing. Whatever it is, you are my son. And she embraces. These are all the leelas he is coming to perform. He is not worried about killing Kamsa and all. That's a very small, useless thing which you have to do on the way. I have to do on this thing because I am seen as God and I promise the demigods I'll do. This is a much bigger thing happening. It's leelas with all his devotees and Yashoda and the gopis and everything. Inside that, on the side, one small kick he gives to one person dies. The burial will go on. Something will happen there, little bit. So the Supreme Absolute's appearance is to be seen in the light of the absolute truth descending into the relative world and performing his absolute leelas, in which the devotees who are already very much absorbed are totally involved. And then the others get to hear about it and purify themselves. That's the meaning of Nivritatar Sher Upagiyamanat Bhavau Shadat Shottamano Bhiramat. He's telling Parikshit, people have to hear this. They have to get purified by hearing about Krishna. Shrotta Manu Abhiramat. When they hear, they will get beautiful pleasure in their heart. They feel, wow. It's like, kirtan. When you're in the middle of a kirtan fully absorbing, you can experience that. Wow, makes me feel good. And people automatically get up and dance. Some thrilling thing. You're touching the absolute. So that's happening to you. And you have no reason to feel that actually, but that is the mercy of the holy name. It's happening to you. It's Krishna's mercy, it's Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Similarly, if you hear, like Parikshit is telling, that ka gunanuvadat virajeta puman virajeta vina pashugna. See, when there is no Krishna Katha in this world, you become like a, you slaughter yourself, you kill yourself, pashugna. Just like you slaughter the animals, people for consuming them. Imagine you getting slaughtered by yourself. Killing the valuable human form of life. And the opportunity to become Krishna conscious by hearing Krishna Katha, you don't do. And so, Parikshit is saying, these fellows are all slaughtering themselves. Their opportunities, wonderful opportunities. So in this light you can see what Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has done. He has made these books and thrown it around, distribute them everywhere. Somehow people will read it. They'll get an opportunity to be involved in Krishna Katha and chant Hare Krishna. This opportunity he has given. Somehow or the other, yena kena prakarena manakrishna niveshayat. Somehow or the other they will be absorbed in Krishna. So this is the reason why we should hear Krishna Katha, we should discuss, we should do Harinam, These are the most important core activities. Should never compromise that for anything else. You never compromise that for anything else. Nothing else is as important as this. Nothing else is as important as this. So this is what is happening. That situation is coming up. The situation and the reason for the Supreme Absolute Truth to descend is happening by the will of the Lord. Not because the demigods called him. That is on the side. It is also satisfying. Not only because Devaki called him. This shloka you will see in the Gopika Geetam. Some say you came because the demigods called. Some say you came because Devaki this thing. Some say you are this thing and all that. But actually you came for, we know what you came for. That very nicely the gopis are saying. And the gopis also declaring there very nicely, you were born in Vrindavan. That is another mystery. He is saying, I'll be born to you, Devaki, no? He is not born there actually. He is born in Vrindavan. Jayati te dikham janmana vraja shayata indira shashwadatrahi. Their first shloka in the Gopika Geetam is, you are born in Vraja. Janmana Vraja. That is the real meaning. They are hinting that you are born in Vraja. You belong to us, our community. How can you be born somewhere else in the city of Mathura under Kamsa? That's not where you are born. You are born here. You may have gone there and showed yourself to Devaki and said, here I am, four-handed form, and then you came back. This is the mystery of the appearance. It is mentioned here in the Bhagavatam. Hidden way it is mentioned, and the Acharyas commented, see, this is what Shukadeva Goswami is trying to tell. He is trying to tell this. Prabhupada will give a footnote purport in the Bhagavatam on the 10th canto, in this chapters, saying exactly what happened is he was appearing in Vrindavan, not in the jail of Kamsa. In the jail of Kamsa he appeared, but he was born in Vrindavan. That is why we are celebrating the appearance of Krishna or the birth of Krishna. Two things. So earlier I used to give this explanation. When we are celebrating two Janmashtamis together, a local Janmashtami, Tamil Nadu Janmashtami we are celebrating. Sometimes, I gave a class saying that one is Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna's appearance, which we celebrate. Other one is he appeared in Mathura in four-handed form. That both you are celebrating the four-handed form appearance, both are true. Both are same Krishna only, but both we are celebrating. Oh, apdiya, idu enakku theriyave. But actually, Krishna can appear all the time, every day, every minute. You can celebrate Janmashtami. As far as you are concerned, it doesn't matter. He is beyond time. He is beyond time. So we, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they have this deep understanding, properly, whose birthday you are celebrating. Whose birthday you are celebrating. Why it is important. Why it is important. That is why with that mood we fast, we jump and dance, we hear about Krishna, we pray to Krishna. I belong to the absolute truth. I am part and parcel. You said, Mama ivam sajiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. I am a part and parcel of you. I am a chip of the absolute truth. I have that same quality in me. But I got separated. I want to rejoin, and I want to continue to hear your pastimes. I offer my prayers to you. I want to be rejoined with you in consciousness. And in this way, Prabhupada said, Krishna is very kind, very merciful. He hears your very sincere prayer. He will reciprocate. It is just that people don't know that they can pray. They don't know that Krishna is very merciful, and he will reciprocate if you pray sincerely. Devaki prayed, 3 times you must be my son, so 3 times I'll be your son. He came. Sutapa and Prashni, he came as Prashni Garbha. Kashyapa and Aditi, he came as Vamana. Then he came for Vasudeva and Devaki, he came as Krishna. Always she say, you are my son, you are my son. So he reciprocates like that with her. I am your son, so I will do all these leelas with you, I will do all this mischief with you, and you will enjoy that rasa of my son doing this mischief, I getting angry, anxiety, all out of love, out of great bhakti. So that it becomes very relishable for devotees who know this. What is happening? What is Krishna enjoying? What the devotees are enjoying is giving them that pleasure. Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Vrajajana Ranjana, he is giving pleasure to all the Vrindavan Vasis by his pastimes. He is rewarding them for their devotion. I'll be with you. And to the gopis he is saying, I'll dance with you. I'll be next to you. Why? You are so dear devotees to me. I'll give myself to you. So he was dancing with every gopi. He was next to every gopi, putting his hands on their neck and dancing with them, kissing them, and he was completely offering himself to them. And they were like, woo, you cannot get something like this from the Supreme Absolute Truth. What a gift. So this is what is happening. So devotees, sadhakas, will know this truth. Yehi Krishna Tattva Veta. This is Krishna Tattva. Right? There is different types of tattvas, which is called Krishna consciousness. Right? Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva Sara, Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva Ara. 6 tattvas together is called Krishna consciousness. Krishna Tattva. Who is Krishna? That's why Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, who will understand? Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. Who understands Krishna Tattva, for him no punarjanma. That is a Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva. Devotion means what? Prema Tattva, love of God means what? Bhava Tattva, emotional ecstasy, which Rupa Goswami is writing about in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sundar everywhere. Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva. Rupa Goswami is writing Rasa, is the Rasacharya. Different types of rasas. Yesterday we heard how Balaram is with Krishna in all the 5 rasas. Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva Ara. The truth about his leelas. All these things together comprise Krishna consciousness. Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva Sara, Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva Ara. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's very nicely all these matters. We are celebrating that appearance of the Supreme Absolute Truth in Janmashtami. These demigods are also knowing this information. It's not that they don't know. They know. And they are saying, we have nobody else to approach, only you. Why will approach anybody else? We don't know anybody else. So they are approaching the Supreme Absolute Truth and then this is what has happened. The Lord will say, okay, my dear devotees, I will be appearing. For that, you all also have to appear and take part in it. Because a lot of things outsource through you. I will not do all that. I will be playing my flute and I will be with the gopis and the gopas. You can't expect me to do all that. And I will empower you to do that. You also come. In this way, you will see that the Lord responds to the demigod's prayers. He said, I will be appearing, and they'll become very jubilant and happy and feel very secure. Then starts the next aspect. Where he is going to come? These great devotees, Devaki and Vasudeva, their life will be described by Parikshit. The scene will start with Devaki getting married to Vasudeva and going back to his place. And Kamsa is riding the chariot. That will be the next. Because all this is a plot to bring Krishna inside. What happened? That is going to be described. So the next topic is that. Then Devaki will become pregnant. All her children will be killed. 6 children will be killed by Kamsa. Then Narada Muni will enter in between. And he said, this will take very long time here if he goes around excusing all of them. And he will press the accelerator a little bit by going to Kamsa and meeting him and pushing him a little bit. And this is all perfectly agreeable to Krishna as part of the whole thing. Seri Parvala, Narada Muni wants to happen faster, so I can come faster. If he wants it, that also he will agree. Krishna can accommodate everybody's request simultaneously and manage the whole thing, multitasking. So all these sequence and finally Krishna will appear. Finally, Krishna will appear. So this whole sequence is also compared to the appearance of Krishna Bhakti in the heart of the devotee. What all is happening for Krishna to appear, that whole sequence is also exactly mapped with the time when Krishna appears in the heart of the devotee and he becomes fully Krishna conscious. That is the real Janmashtami. So we shall discuss all those things. Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nittai Gaur Premanande. Any question or comment?
Maharaj, an online question from Kailash Muralidharan. Why can't the demigods think of Krishna and attain Krishna? Is it not possible for them, or they do not do it?
Same question I can ask for all of us also. Why can't we think of Krishna and go back to Krishna? Because we don't do that. So to the extent that we are absorbed inside the material world, to that extent, we may not be desiring that. See, one thing is to know, the other thing is to do. There are people who know but cannot do. And the gopis in Vrindavan are those who know and they have done. They come. Krita Punya Punja, in the Bhagavatam says about the gopas. How many amazing austerities and these things and all they would have done to be like this with Krishna, dancing with him and sitting on his shoulder and being his good friend. What all they would have done in order to have achieved this. So they are devotees who have done it. We are devotees who are trying to understand what to do. It's called sadhaka. And trying to do something and having problem with that also. It's called sadhaka. Okay, any other question? Okay, Om Tat Sat, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.